Hi. Yesterday I talked about some of the research that's telling us how stressed, anxious and worried employees are, more so than ever before. And the point I want to make this week is that many employers are just adding to that stress. Employees are more productive working remotely, but at the moment they're also experiencing increased stress. And a lot of that stress is coming from lack of clarity from employers. A clear vision of what the working model is going to be. Now, most employers don't have the perfect picture yet, but the thing is they're not saying anything. They're not being transparent, and they're not saying, let's try this in conjunction with you and we'll subject it to trial and error until we get it right. So one of the things employees want to know is what's going to happen to the flexibility that I've got so used to over the last couple of years. I've built that flexibility into my life. I no longer choreograph activities and tasks such as dropping children off, going to the gym, going to medical appointments around work. I choreograph work around those activities, and that's become my way of life. And I don't want you to just take that away from me. And what I'm hearing is really worrying. And one of the things that's really causing anxiety is the flip-flopping of organisations saying, oh, we'll do this, and no, we'll do that, without conversation. Also, over the last 2 years, for the right reasons, many employees have said, well, this is obviously going to be the way it's going to be going forward. We've proved that it works. We can work remotely. I've done it for 2 years and more productive. There haven't really been any downsides to it. Why don't I pick up sticks and relocate to the country, relocate to the seaside? And many of those relocations are really outside of a reasonable commute to what was the office. So those people are like, well, hold on a minute. Are you really saying you're going to get me back into the office on a full-time basis where I'd have a 4-hour commute each day? That's a real worry, because I'm probably going to have to up sticks again. But even if I'm still within a reasonable commute time to the office, but I've moved to a rural area, I'm now going to double the commute that I had before because you want me back in the office, and it makes no sense. So I want to retain the flexibility. That's not to say that I want to work remotely permanently. There are certain times I might want to go into the office, but it has to be worth the commute. There has to be a purpose. I'll talk to you tomorrow.